Now, there's been a lot of fires around the country lately, and I've been reading a few news reports, and I have been seeing the words devastating and tragic and heart-wrenching and all the rest of it. But I just wanted to say, I know it's easier to say this when your own house isn't burning down, because my house isn't burning down. It's right behind me there. It's still very much not burning down. I just wanted to say, even the poorest of the poor in New Zealand live like kings, folks. Now, as human beings, we've got this tendency to focus on the neighbour with the greener grass, that lush green grass over the fence, and we always want some of that green grass. And trust me when I say this, that when you get to that green grass, there's just another paddock of green grass on the other side of the next fence. So it really pays in life to have a look over your shoulder and check out the next door neighbour's paddock on the other side whose grass isn't so green. It's brown, it's stunty, it's patchy. His garden's looking real shit compared to your garden. So really important, I think, very, very important. I'm not saying don't focus on the green grass over the fence. By all means, aim high. At least you won't shoot yourself in the foot. You set yourself goals and aspirations, but remember to just have a look over that shoulder and check out the brown grass, because even the poorest of the poor in New Zealand live like kings. We've all got it pretty sweet, and your shit day may be a really awesome day for someone else. Now, a lot of people look at me and say, hey, you've got it made and all the rest of it, and you probably don't have any shit days, but I have plenty of shit days. Right? I have plenty of shit days because I too live in a quarter-acre section with some brown grass in it. Not all my grass is green, and that's life, and that's always going to be life. No matter where you're at in your life, you just got to appreciate what you've got, try to enjoy every day, and if you don't like something, change it or find a way to change it. Yes, and keep aiming high, keep aiming high. What else is I going to talk about? Oh yeah, marijuana. I met someone the other day who thought I was a stoner, and they were really, really surprised that I wasn't a stoner. I used to smoke a lot of weed when I was younger, when I was a teenager, in my early 20s, and I broke my back in 5 places, and I stopped smoking weed. Every now and then I'd have a social puff at a party or whatever, but I'm not a stoner. I look like I'm blazed half the time. I know I act blazed a lot of the time. I've been snowblind twice, that's why my eyes are always glazed over, because they're all red and bloodshot from being snowblind twice. That's why my eyes are red and bloodshot. So I don't have anything against weed. My dad smoked a lot of weed when he was alive. My brother smokes weed. My older brother, my younger brother doesn't. I've got a lot of friends who smoke weed, and I've been seeing that they're thinking about legalising or decriminalising weed in New Zealand. In my opinion, I'm an opinionated bastard, I know. My opinion is that they should do it and make people aware of the negative effects of smoking weed when you're a teenager and in your early 20s, or when you're a young person. I think you shouldn't smoke weed. I think you shouldn't start smoking weed in your mid-20s, because it does harm the developing brain. By crikey, I smoked enough when I was a teenager, and I reckon I'd be way more onto it now if I didn't smoke any weed when I was a teenager. I should have just waited, hung out, not got binge drunk and bloody stoned every other day of the week. I should have just waited until my mid-20s and then made an educated decision on the subject. And let's face it, if people are going to smoke weed, they're going to smoke weed, and if it's illegal, these young folks are probably more inclined to do it because they're going to be badasses if they do something that's illegal. I think decriminalisation, legalisation, and awareness are the key to stopping people smoking weed in New Zealand, or smoking so much weed. Now, don't get angry at me if you're a stoner. I don't have a problem with stoners. A lot of my mates are stoners. I don't care if you smoke weed. Good on you. So don't go lynch mobbing me next time you see me walking by and you're hotboxing the car or whatever. It's all good. Wave me over and have a yarn or whatever. So be it. It'd be interesting to see what your guys' 10 cents worth on this whole marijuana referendum is. That's my 10 cents worth. Switzerland's a great case study. Researched the legalisation of heroin, or they didn't decriminalise it. Well, maybe they did legalise it, I don't know, but it bloody worked anyway. There was heaps of junkies in the early 90s, late 90s in Switzerland, and it worked. By decriminalising it and helping those people who are addicted, they managed to change the whole thing on its head. Yes, if you're addicted to weed, call this number. Don't call this number. Don't call me if you're addicted to weed. I don't want. I had to cut a little bit of that out because I just started ranting a bit. Anyway, have a bloody good week. Have a good week. Catch up next Tuesday. Who knows what exciting adventures I've got in store. Maybe a trip to the doctor's office. You just never know. You just never know. Totally random. Vlog 100. Yes, vlog 100 next week, because this is 99. Isn't that weird? 100 vlogs. Holy shit. That must be 2 years of vlogs. Maybe a bit over 2 years of vlogs. Anyway, I'm probably boring you now, so I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing. Have an awesome day. Remember, as well as checking out that green grass, check out the brown grass. Be happy in your quarter acre section. Do some gardening. Water the brown spots.